Who are the Sharks? They're self-made millionaire and billionaire investors who are entrepreneurs themselves. Kevin O'Leary is a venture capitalist who turned a $10,000 loan into a software business worth $4.2 billion. Barbara Corcoran went from working as a waitress in Manhattan to building the city's preeminent real estate empire. Damon John is a fashion mogul and branding expert who grew his homemade clothing line into the globally recognized fashion brand FUBU. Robert Herjavec, the son of an immigrant factory worker, is now a technology mogul who sold his first internet companies for over $350 million. And Mark Cuban, notorious billionaire entrepreneur and the outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks.
My name is Will Leslie. I am representing Group 2. We will be presenting the electronic industry. The companies we have chosen are Samsung, LG, and Apple. Also in Group 2 is Christian Gardner, Sage Spiess, Ryan Morgan, and Lorenzo Christmas. The electronic industry has emerged in the 20th century and has now become the global powerhouse worth billions of dollars. Society uses all types of electronic devices built into automate or semi-automate factories operated by the industry. International regulations and environmental legislations have been developed in an attempt to address the issue of toxic materials being used during production and the use of recycle. I will start by giving a brief history of the electronic industry. The generation of electronics began in the 19th century and has led to the development of millions of inventors. Gramophones were an early invention, followed by the radio transmitters and receivers and later television. The first digital computers were built in the 1940s with slow development in technology and sales. In the early 1990s, the personal computer started to gain exposure with the ability to surf the web and confront our own homes. The industry employs a large amount of electronic engineers and electronic technicians to design, develop, test, manufacture, install, and repair electronic equipment. The industry employs a large amount of electronic engineers, electronic technicians to design, develop, test, manufacture, install, and repair electronic equipment used in all their products. Our project focuses mostly more on consumer electronics. Consumer electronics is that which is intended for everyday use, more often for entertainment, communication, and office productivity. Radio broadcasting in the early 20th century brought the first major consumer product, the broadcast receiver. Later products include a personal computer, telephones, MP3 player, audio equipment, television, electronics, GPS electronics, digital cameras, and players and recorders such as DVD, VCR, and camcorders. Those products have become the base on digital technologies, which have merged with the computer industry, CEA, Consumer Electronic Association. Estimated value of 2013 consumer electronics sales of the record high of $209 billion.
Okay, I'm sure most of us have heard of the hit television reality show called Shark Tank. For those who have not, Shark Tank is an American reality TV series produced by Mark Burnett. The show features a panel of potential investors called Sharks that consider offers from aspiring entrepreneurs seeking investments for their business or product. The Sharks are tough, self-made, multimillionaire and billionaire tycoons. They are billionaire Mark Cuban, owner and chairman of AXS TV and outspoken owner of the 2011 NBA championship Dallas Mavericks, real estate mogul Barbara Corcoran, queen of QVC, Lori Greiner, technology innovator Robert Horvath, fashion and branding expert Damon John, and venture capitalist Kevin O'Leary. The entrepreneur can make a deal on the show if a panel of members are interested. However, if all the panel members opt out, the entrepreneur leaves empty-handed. The show is said to personalize the desperation and pain experienced by victims of the broken-down economy. The Sharks often find weaknesses and faults in the entrepreneur's concept, product, or business model. Some of the Sharks try to ease the impact of rejection, while some can be brutal and show no patience even for their tale of hardship. We hope to base our video off Shark Tank. We have a panel of 2 potential investors and 3 separate businessmen representing Samsung, Apple, and LG, giving a brief background on the company and trying to prove to the investors that their company is superior to the other 2 in which they are competing against. Although these companies are so large and would never be on the TV series Shark Tank, the idea could still be beneficial when trying to separate which company is most successful in their industry. I'm Christian Gardner here
Sage.
representing Samsung.
Sage Space.
Lorenzo Christmas, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. All right, I'm here to give you a bit of insight into Samsung, its history, product line, and financial standings. I'll start out with a little bit of history of the company. Samsung is a South Korean multinational conglomerate company headquartered in Samsung Town, Seoul. Samsung was founded by Lee Rong-chol in 1938 as a trading company. The next 3 decades, Samsung diversified into areas including food processing, textiles, insurance, securities, and retail. We entered the electronic industry in the late 1960s, following Lee's death in 1987. Samsung separated into 4 business groups: Samsung Group, Shanghai Group, CJ Group, and Hansel Group. Since the 1990s, Samsung has increasingly globalized its activities in electronics, particularly in mobile phones, semiconductors. They've become a big, important source of income. Notable Samsung industrial subsidiaries include Samsung Electronics, the world's largest information technology company, measured by 2012 revenues and 4th in market value. Samsung's heavy industries and Samsung's engineering and Samsung C&T represents the world's 13th and 36th largest construction companies. Other notable subsidiaries include Samsung's Life Insurance, which is the world's 14th largest life insurance, Samsung's Everland, which is the operator of Everland Resort, the oldest theme park in South Korea, Samsung Techwin, which is a surveillance and defense company, and Shell Worldwide. In 2013, Samsung began its construction on building the world's largest mobile phone factory in the Thai Nguyen province of Vietnam. Samsung started to rise as an international corporation in the 1990s, and it became the largest producer of memory chips in the world by 1992 and is the 2nd largest chip maker behind Intel. 10 years later, Samsung grew to be the world's largest manufacturer of liquid crystal display panels. And in 2006, Sony and Samsung actually made a joint venture to provide LCD panels for both manufacturers. In 2000, Samsung opened a computer programming laboratory in Warsaw, Poland. Its work began with set-top box technology before moving into digital TV and smartphones. Hope I didn't bore you guys too much today.
Nah. But enough with the history. Let me hear more about the products.
By 2004, we were the world's largest manufacturer of LCD and LED panels with a 40% market share worldwide. The company generated $100.2 million out of the total $475 million worth of revenue in the global OLED market in 2006. And as of 2006, it held more than 600 American patents and more than 2,800 international patents, making it the largest owner of AMOLED technology patents. As far as mobile phones are concerned, Samsung's flagship mobile handset line is the Samsung Galaxy X, which I'm sure you guys have heard of. It's considered a direct competitor with the Apple iPhone. It was initially launched in Singapore, Malaysia, and South Korea in June 2010. Following that by the United States in July. It sold more than 1 million units within its first 45 days of sale in the United States. The company's i9000 Galaxy S and S8500 Wave smartphones were the winner of the 2010 European EISA Awards in the smartphone and social media phone categories. While many other handsets makers tend to focus on supporting 1 or 2 operating systems, Samsung for a time kept supporting a wider range, like Symbian Windows Phone, Linux-based Limo, and Samsung proprietary Bada. In 2009, Samsung sold around 31 million flat panel televisions, enabling it to maintain the world's largest market share for the 4th consecutive year. Samsung sold more than 1 million 3D televisions within 6 months of its launch. This is the figure close to what many market researchers forecast for the year worldwide 3D television sales. It also debuted at the 3D home theater, which is a 3D image and surround sound at the same time. With the launch of the 3D home theater, Samsung became the first company in the industry to have the full line of 3D offerings, including a 3D television, 3D Blu-ray player, 3D content, and 3D glasses. In 2007, Samsung introduced Internet TV, enabling the user to receive information from the internet while at the same time actually watching conventional television programming. Samsung later developed the Smart LED TV, which additionally supports downloaded apps. In 2007, it entered marketing the 3D television while unveiling the upgraded Internet TV 2010 which offers free download of applications from the Samsung App Store, in addition to existing services such as news, weather, stock market, YouTube videos, and movies. Samsung apps offer for fee premium services in a few countries, including Korea and the United States. The services will be custom tailored for each region. Samsung plans to actually offer family-oriented applications such as healthcare programs and digital picture frames, as well as games. Samsung's range of smart TVs include the apps iTV Player and motion controlled by Angry Birds.
Impressive. Well, we'll be interested to see what your competitors have to offer. Thank you for your time and for meeting with us. We'll have to discuss this. We'll be in contact with you.
It's nice meeting you guys. Thank you.
Nice meeting you. Have a nice day.
You gotta see this.
You gotta see this, look.
You need to see this!
Guys, you need to see this.
You need to see this. You can do 4 things at once.
Wish my TV curved.
You need to see this. It's raining.
It does that.
Hello?
Can I see that?
Thanks.
You need to see this. Take a look at this.
You need to see this. Come on, look.
Ew! Rosa!
This 4K resolution is incredible.
This is unbelievable. Are you seeing this?
From big to small, the most incredible things happen on a Samsung.
I'm Morgan. I'm here on behalf of LG today.
Sage
How you doing?
Space.
Lorenzo Christmas. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you for the opportunity to discuss LG's great company with you today. I'm going to give you the background on LG, products we've created, and strategies we use to remain a competitive company within the electronic industry.
Well, we are interested in what you have to say. Why don't you go ahead and get started?
LG was founded in 1958 by In Hoo Koo during the aftermath of the Korean War and began as Gold Star. It is headquartered in Yeoju, Seoul, South Korea. LG was established with the intentions of providing consumers with consumer electronic and home appliance products. Within the electronic industry, LG operates in the consumer electronic, home appliance, and mobile devices. They also produce products used within the electronic industry. LG has 5 business units and more than 110 operations worldwide, while employing around 86,000 people. LG's 5 business units include the Home Entertainment Company, Mobile Communication Company, Home Appliance Company, Air Conditioning and Energy Solution Company, and the Vehicle Component Industry.
Well, that sounds good as far as your company's background. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about your specific oh, shit. Let's do that again. Yeah. Well, that sounds good as far as your company's background. Could you give us more information on specific products LG manufactures?
I would be more than happy to tell you and give you a timeline on products we have manufactured. In the 1960s, LG created Korea's first radios, televisions, washing machines, air conditioners, and refrigerators. From this time until the 90s, LG created standard consumer products, nothing really flashy though. However, in 1997, LG stepped onto the mobile scene by creating the world's first CDMA digital mobile handsets, which were supplied to Ameritech and GTE. In 1998, LG created the world's first 60-inch plasma TV. During the early 2000s, LG had entered many new markets with regards to mobile devices, including Russia, Italy, and other European countries, as well as the Middle East. LG commercialized the world's first 55-inch all-in-one LCD TV in 2004. Also in 2004, LG commercialized the world's first 71-inch plasma TV. 2 years later, LG released the Chocolate, the first model in LG's Black Label series of premium handsets, which sold 7.5 million units worldwide. From 2000 to present, LG has continually developed new styles of HD TVs as well as smartphones. In 2010, LG released 2 critical products,
the world's first and fastest dual-core smartphone, LG Optimus 2X, and the world's first full LED 3D TV. In 2011, they released smart appliances delivering the consumer benefits of smart savings and smart convenience. In 2012, LG was the first to market their 84-inch Ultra HD TV.
I'm very impressed by the products you have manufactured. LG has created quite a pool of diversified products. Can you tell me more of LG's strategies to remain competitive in the industry?
Absolutely, and actually you already answered part of that question yourself. Our most obvious strategy is product differentiation. At LG, we want to be the first company to put a specific product on the market, something that no other company has created before. And if you look at our product timeline, you can see we were the first to create many products, including the world's first CDMA digital mobile handsets and the world's first and faster dual-core smartphone. Both of these products I have already told you about. In 2008, LG introduced a new global brand identity, stylish design and smart technology, and products that fit our customers' lives. This identity is a good representation of how we at LG create diversified products that our customers find to be beneficial.
Aside from differentiation, can you tell us about other strengths of your company?
Yes, aside from differentiation, as a company we have made some critical business decisions in the past. In 1999, we established LG Philips LCD, which was a joint venture with Philips. This shows our ability to communicate and work with other companies in order to put the best possible product out on the market. Also, early in 1995, LG acquired US-based company Zenith. The acquiring of Zenith shows LG's ability to expand its company, which can further expand its market. Additionally, I would like to share with you certain market statistics that show our strengths within the electronic industry. In 2005, LG became the 4th largest supplier of the mobile handsets market worldwide. In the home appliance industry, in 2008, LG posted the #1 spot in US front-loading washers in 5 consecutive quarters. In 2009, LG became the 2nd largest LCD TV provider worldwide. Most recently, LG introduced world-leading smart appliances with enhanced connectivity. These statistics show how involved LG is within the electronic markets and how they are considered strengths within our industry.
Those are some very good strategies. Thank you for presenting your company to us. As a panel, the investors need some time to evaluate your response, as well as hear the last business presentation. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a wonderful night as well.
Thank you for your time.
Ruf nie mehr. Na ja.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nicole Farr.
Sage Spees.
Nicole Farr, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm honored to be here today on behalf of Apple to discuss what makes Apple such a great company.
Well, thank you for coming to present with us today. The other two businesses started with a brief history on the company. Would you like to start there?
That sounds like a great place to start. Apple is a multinational corporation founded by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. They created what was originally Apple Computer on April 1st, 1976, and incorporated the company on January 3rd, 1977, in Cupertino, California. In the early stages of the company, Apple Computer was mainly a manufacturer of personal computers. Steve Jobs was released from the company in 1985, but returned to Apple in 1996, after Apple bought Next, whom Jobs was working for. Jobs became the CEO in 1997 and instilled a new philosophy of recognizable products and simple design.
That's some interesting history. Why don't you tell us more about your products?
Sure. The earliest products created by Apple were all computers, including the Apple I, II, and III. Between 1998 and 2001, Apple released the iMac, iBook, and Power Mac G4. Also in 2001, Apple introduced the Mac OS X operating system. Almost everyone knows of our current products. In 2004, Apple introduced one of their biggest services, the iTunes Store, which in its first 16 days had 2 million downloads. The iPhone is probably our most well-known product. The majority of the people watching right now probably own an iPhone. I think Steve Tsai even has an iPhone. In addition to the iPhone, our other well-known products are our other various versions of the iPod, whether it's the Nano, Shuffle, or Touch. Our Macintosh computer line is also a very popular product today. Also, our iPad tablet computer keeps updating annually. The biggest product Apple continuously is working on and updating today is iOS, which is the operating system that the iPhone runs on.
Some of the other companies we have spoken with within the electronics industry have broadened their markets by manufacturing home appliances. Has Apple thought about entering these markets?
No, not really. We're determined to keep up with the products we have and are focused in the specific industry that we operate in.
What is it exactly that makes Apple so effective?
Our business strategies are what make us so effective. So many times companies talk about differentiating their product, but really all they are doing is taking somebody else's product and changing some design features or adding one extra unnecessary feature. However, at Apple, we create products that people need, not necessarily want. We are creating products that people cannot live without. To me and to Apple, that is the true way to differentiate your products. This also can act as a focus strategy as well. We are creating a consumer need for our products. In addition to that, we also operate globally. For example, once we launched our iTunes Store, we also opened versions up within other countries, such as the United Kingdom, France, Germany, and Canada. When we launched our initial public offering of our stock to the investing public, we generated more capital than any IPO since Ford in 1956. We instantly created more millionaires through this IPO than any company in history.
That is quite a remarkable outcome. Thank you for sharing information about your company with us. We were very impressed with what you provided with us today, and we will be in contact with you after a full evaluation.
Thank you, sir. Have a great night.
A merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight.